What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoyed the Madrid regional, but we're back at it with our regular locals content. We got Mr. Tricks on the sticks, immediately showing off that we're on the new tech of the Namakimon for puppets, which is certainly going to make things a little bit more difficult for Nightmare Soldiers here. We got T on NSO, setting up the Tapir in the back, the Demi-Devi, and ending on Nightmare Soldiers. Actually liking that we have a little bit more of a zoomed out camera today. Got to try and do this camera angle more often. Next up, going to evolve in the front with the Veemon. We are going to swing in, draw one, trash one, and hits a second Namakimon. So I guess there's a bunch of them in the deck. Really trying to play around Digivolve as it is one of the big outs. If you're looking for the deck list, I know a bunch of you are going to be like, list? It's coming tomorrow. And if you're a member, it's out today. They are going to get to float into the Blanc with the Mirai, just putting down that 3-cost body, and we're going to swing in, hit a Hanimon. I know people were asking about the puppets being in NSO. I think it's a really cool tech. Giving you the option to end attacks is really, really neat. And also getting to pop things, which means that your Piedmon then can immediately replay them, so you're actually going, you know, net neutral. Looks like we're going to go into the Apemon level 4, swing the Devimon at the Shushu, which is going to clear it, and then Jogreshinka, yellow on top of purple. We're going to make that lovely Pumpkinmon, not quite a noble, but a dapper lad nonetheless. And then we're going to swing, going to draw one, trash one, and draw again. Trash one again. Trash 2, okay. W. Swings over the 4 and gets the clear on the 3. Then we're going to get to go into Kalismon, which is going to spin the Tamer. So really clean line here from Nightmare Soldiers on this first one. And hits a Matt Ishida. Things go from bad to worse real quick. A real unfortunate. I mean, despite the efforts to make the adaptations to play around Digivolve and stuff like Bolt Baltimon becoming a little bit more of a staple tech to deal with the essence of Kaguya, the Kalismon, really, really useful, probably more so than the Boltmon. We are going to get the draw one, trash one, and trigger the mat to get the extra memory, get to go piercing with the Callus, so do get to actually clear it. Shame that the Orisa showed up just a little late, obviously. Analog Youth puts the Myotis there, and there's going to be the one choke with the Demi-Devi. So we're set up pretty nice for lethal, but I mean, Orisa does make it playable. Crack the boost. Get the double hit off the shoe, and then we are going to swing at security. Draw one. Hits a candle, leaving 2 security left. The problem is, I feel like we can still stabilize from this position, but that's only if you have the Karakura. Looks like we do not. So that's going to be game 1.
Matrix Digivolution.
Join the members. Howdy, gang. It's, you know, May, and I'm finally done that thing I said I would do in February, which is give you a 2025. Please consider subscribing and all that. We've started to go up really, really far. Really happy to be still that biggest English-speaking European Digimon content creator, and I'm always eternally thankful for that. Yeah, we do a bunch of different things. The podcast, which a lot of people really like. We also do some game shows, and we've gotten to start doing some history videos with the How Good Was Shoutmon, and we plan on doing many, many more. But just wanted to give you kind of like a little bit more of an updated look for your reminder to try and always like and subscribe to the video if you can. And if you do feel like leaving us a comment, even if it's just like a short one, it goes a really long way to supporting the channel. But again, the best way to support the channel is to join the members or use Twitch Prime on Twitch. You can get free ad-free Twitch streams there, but you can get ad-free content here on YouTube for as little as £1 a month by pressing the join button. And if you are a champion, you get some extra bonuses for that as well. Rookies and ultimates, we're still trying to figure out a couple more things that we can do to best support you. Like if you do get to see us in the UK at an event, I'll always have some extra bonus sleeves that are available for our rookies and above there, and we'll try and sort out eventually something for our international viewers. But just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone that has been a member. I know I don't always get to shout you out, but I do cherish every single one of you, and to join the Discord as well, so we can get extra benefits for you there whilst you're in the Discord, access to some extra channels. But yeah, thank you for 3 years of Digimon support now and helping me do what I do daily. I really appreciate it, and thanks for watching. Whilst we get shuffled up, I do want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. Your support goes a long way to doing what I do daily. We're nearly at 4,000 subscribers, but also want to say a big thank you to all of our members. We got the Mega Justice Josh, an Ultimate here on YouTube, a tier 3 on Twitch, then for Ultimates, the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the sticks on the left side of your screen, 3 Strike Rule, Brad, King of Knights, Sacred Armor, and Matthew Bowen. And I want to say a shout out to our newest champion, Pap. Joining at the champion tier, access to bonus content from the podcast 1 month early. We're going to try and get some more bonus content from you guys ASAP. It's just you know, travel and the regionals has kind of gotten in the way of the pod. Looks like we're going to get in the way of a rookie as well, as the sepia doesn't quite find it, but the Mirai does, so we're behind a turn. But we're not getting a huge extension here either, as we're going to see the Amber memory boost and then a 2-cost Evo in the back. And looks like our first Shumon. Here's the downside. I know people talk about putting the Pawn Chessmons you can Digivolve in the back, but the Blanc and Blanc Awaken definitely gives you a lot more staying power in these, but it looks like we're just going to actually fully commit to making a 4 in the back. And when we do the Karakura, we can use the Mirai to play out the body for the Karakura. But it looks like we're just going to make the Myotis in the back. He does get to do his kind of shenanigans once the Piedmon hits the field to make Bolt Belt. So just not committing anything to board here, kind of forcing Tricks to kind of play on board. Going to make the Karakura, and because the Digimon is evoed, we get to go into the Blanc, and then we're going to pop the Blanc to go straight into Kaguya Mishima. Get to play straight back a brand new Blanc, which is just going to be the draw 1. I'm going to Alliance, Electric Wing, Alliance Fist into security, and end on a sepia. Just going to get the pickup of the level 4. I'm playing for, not second stack, but playing for it. And then end of turn, we do get to put the Namekamon down, which is going to give us the Digivolve protection. So now Bolt Belt isn't going to be free-low elo to clear all this. Looks like we can correct the boost, and we can slam Piedmon to do 2 instances. Yeah, Piedmon actually clears here. You can clear both. Yes, you lose the Myotis, but what we're going to do is we're going to slam the Tapir first. Oh, to try and eat the Kaguya protection? I don't hate that. Swing at the rookie, and then I think we're going to use the draw 1, trash 1, and the shrink to try and deal some damage to the Namecha, because it is DP minus immune as well. The Digivolve is more important, but DP minus is kind of what we're doing here. Do get to play out the candle as well, just to be annoying with its on deletes. Going to clear, of course, the tape here. Not going to give Terry the extra memory. It's already gone positive enough from there. And this is why I'm thinking that, like, even though you don't get the Digivolve, the Myotis end of turn is this Digimon may attack. So I wouldn't be surprised if we just slam the Pied here, because the Pied gets to drop, but it looks like we're actually looking at Callus instead. Maybe feeling that the body isn't worth it. Either way, suspension on the Mecha and get the bot deck of the Orisa. Then we're going to drop a whole bunch of knives, give him the London experience in order to clear the Namekamon and get a Tapir back as well. So we're in a pretty good position. 1, 2, 3. Everything does, of course, have Scapegoat, so you can actually kind of play pretty aggro into this if you are Nightmare Soldiers, because you know that, you know, if something bad were to, in theory, happen to your Callus, you have the Scapegoat. So we're going to swing in Alliance to try and force it. So we're just going to pop the Tapir, which pops the Candlemon, which then steals a memory, and then because the Digimon was deleted as the not turn player, he then gets to play back the Candlemon off of the Piedmon after that. So only manages to clear 1 body thanks to the Piedmon. This is actually, you know, as much as Puppets is really well teched to deal with the Bolt Bout, the rest of the NSO engine actually does a really good job into dealing with what Kaguya puts out. Like the giving Scapegoat and having the Piedmon to refresh so Kaguya can't 2-for-1 is pretty sick. Obviously, you have to go wide enough to kind of play around that. But it looks like we're going to commit the Namekamon once again, just play it, which is going to give the Digivolve protection again, just to try and dissuade a Bolt Bout. And of course, we do have the Systemon. So we've actually managed to kind of go band for band on board expansion. And it's not like you're going to see another Piedmon drop down. Right? Swing. looking to play for board. It does have piercing, of course, so you can still do some security check. We're going to do the shrink by doing draw 1, trash 1. Do we have enough to clear? Looks like we're going to have this one come down. Is going to pop the Tapir, and as turn player, he is going to float into the Candlemon, and then Trix is going to recover 1, and then we're going to pierce 1, and we get to have Woof. Shushumon, play out token, and the Orisa. Damn, he's nice at the game. I thought that was DeathXmon for a second, and I thought, damn, he's cooked. But, no, it is not DeathXmon. That is a much worse black-purple card. A doo-doo card. But it is archetypal. On to 0, because Honeymon does cost 1 to Evo. And this is deeply unfortunate. Let's say we're going to swing at security, have the block -3, gain the 1 back. And we can Bolt Baltamon, which is going to clear all of the lowest, which W-mans. And we get the Pumpkinmon out, and then the Pumpkinmon brings out the Tapir. We do get to do the attack whilst doing this as well, and we're going to recur the Boltmon from trash. I know I was talking mad smack about him, but he is right there. Digimon was deleted, so we did get the burn ones, and then we're just going to swing 1 as a Digimon. So that does clear the Kaguya, unsuspend, hit the Mirite. Damn, the security was loaded. Security was stacked as hell. And these things that go bump in the night, not quite going to go crazy, but a Pumpkinmon passing 4 is a lot. And that's going to give us back a piece. But yeah, I don't know. We were doing such a good job of keeping the memory so small, and we just passed over 4, going to 5. I mean, I guess he was under a memory setter, so it was like 1 more than a memory setter. I'm back to not hating. This was probably the correct line. But 5 memory, 3 tamers, and a memory boost. I fully believe in our ability to rebuild from this position. I'm not going to hold you. Okay. Interesting. So we're going to take the security burn by crashing into the Bolt Belt. Not going to risk it in security, which lets us float into the Honey. Honey add back, and then we get to give ourselves Rush. Going to go into the promo Shushu, spin the Mirai to get the Blanc out, and we're going to put the Pichu, the little familiar. Then Karakura pop the familiar to -3k. And because of the lingering DP minus coming late, we get to get the pop. And then we do go band for band, send the little guys in. But unfortunately, because of how that works, we're not going to be able to try and alliance over the Bolt Belt to try and crack back. And it looks like we're just going to have to commit the Orisa to have another float live. And then we're going to get to play the Systemon Blanc Awakened in order to try and give us just a little bit of extra recovery. Obviously, the annoying thing here is Terry does need to... These don't have petition, do they? Yeah, they don't have petition, so he does need to play a guy. And then there goes the Tapir to run defense. We're going to swing at security. Draw 1, trash 1, gain the memory, and do you try and minus DP the Systemon Blanc? Looks like we are going to get the clear, burns the top card of security, and then this forces to pop. Interesting. I thought he was going to pop the Honeymon because the Honeymon can swing. But I guess it doesn't really matter because we're going to have the blocker anyway to try and go even. Yeah, and then he's going to block the actual attack because all of that was happening off of the fact that something got popped. I love that this deck kind of, like, this matchup kind of causes them to just do some fireworks. Gonna swing, trying to clear the last. Of course, we do have a blocker there, and then I don't think he has... Whoa, okay, so Boltmon, we do have Nightmare Soldier as the option, so that reduces the cost. And this is a blocker. Again, he's passing so much memory. I wonder if he's just running out of gas and knows that Kaguya can indeed do crazy damage. Like, we're going to drop the promo Shushu for 4, which now sends us wide enough. Karakura pop the Pichu, and now the second Kaguya comes down, and then that's going to be the double pop on this. Oh, yeah, because they're two different instances, so you can't even scapegoat this. We are going to snatch one back and get the Digivolve on the way out, but this is, that was pretty rough. But deck out is maybe an option here. We're going to alliance in with the 2 checks, which is going to hit, and obviously keeps us safe from the NSO option playing out the Myotis. Add back another Kaguya just in case something bad happens to it. And we're going to have the Namekamon come down, which is going to stop us getting DP minus. Double Namekamon, so double DP minus immune, double the Digivolve immune. Death X would still cost 0 if he had it, but I doubt it. Going to have the Pumpkinmon, add back the Ace, and just try and be annoying. That said, though, what if we just made 3 Kaguyas, which is going to clear the Nameca on the way out? This is still going to be enough bodies to swing in that we are going to be chilling, I'd imagine. Down comes Myotis, out of security, off of the NSO option. Going to come down with the Piedmon with the minus, and just going to send a couple more knives his way. But that is going to be the end of game 2, taking us into what's left of time for game 3. Which means we do get to shout out the rest of our champions: Shinikari, Coffee Deus, DHM, Solar Ouroboros, Andy Fing, Squid Eater, Benji Gibber, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, the Marta FGC, Donkey, Allforce Magna, Kragan Security, Kava, Stephen Holdren, and as we said before, Pap at the champion tier. And a big thank you to all of our rookies and Digi-Eggs. Got the rookie in the back, rookie in the front. The shoes go walking. So we're going to get the double pickup. Candle in the back. And we can establish Nightmare Soldiers nice and early. Looks like we're going to do just that. And we could Analog Youth to pass one, but it looks like we're going to give him a little bit more memory to try and dig a little bit more for the Demi-Devi. Shoo, out comes the Pichu, gonna swing in. Well, there's an Analog Youth for you, and it does trash off 2 options, so it's a good thing we established one of them. Gets the 1 choke and gets the memory setter down as well, so 2 cost Evo is gonna kind of stink here. If you can swing in and have the Candlemon die, it means we will be able to get a level 4, but the problem is the DP minus. Whoa, hits a Mirai, of course. Stack security, back at it again. And yeah, this is just going to have to be a very expensive Evo. 4-cost champion, Veemon. I'm going to get the pitch off. And I'm going to put it on for the clear. Is going to -3 the Demi-Devi, which obviously keeps it safe. And then up to 3 we go. Shumon in the back. I think realistically, we're probably going to end up going into a draw here, just because I don't think we can establish enough pressure from this situation. We are going to go up the full line into the Kaguya, and then we're going to swing at the Candle. Candle is then going to get the clear. Going to end up choking himself to 1, but ends up getting to go 3 wide. So he can try and push for lethal in this instance. It's actually a really clever way of doing it. And Terry not committing to board, putting a memory setter down. So if he does manage to see the next... If he does manage to see the next place, we are chill. Going to have the rookie go in. It is going to die, which means we... Oh, no, we don't get to float. Going to have Nightmare Soldiers out. Nightmare Soldiers add back Piedmon. And then we're going to go into Karakura. Pop 1. Into Kaguya. Kaguya with the clear. Does get to clear the rookie on the way out. But, of course, we didn't have the float live. So, all he does is pass over with a boost. And we get one last chance to kind of go. We've got DP minus protection. And we do have the Digivolve protection. Thanks to the Namekamon. And now Terry has to find full combo without deleting anything. Looks like we're going to swing, pitch 1, get cleared by the Kaguya, gain 1. Can we establish further from this position? It feels like maybe we're 1 memory short. Because the pumpkin couldn't make the ace. It looks like we're just going to use the Piedmon to get the clear. Is going to be that second body down, but it's not like we have native blockers, so it is going to be the puppets taking it very, very quickly in game 3. Just goes to show how fast that deck can be if they do get set up. Alliance makes this board very, very scary. But if you did like what you saw and you do want to see more, make sure to stay tuned for the deck profile that's coming out pre-BT22. If today's your birthday, then happy birthday. Make sure to join the Discord if you haven't already. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.